Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to build your credit and dealing with outstanding debt. For many folks with less than perfect credit, they have some outstanding debt in collections, as in they're receiving a never ending flood of phone calls and demand letters from debt collectors, along with negative account information being reported on their credit reports, resulting for millions of Americans in a lower credit score. While it may seem logical to think paying collections would help your credit score, and many folks do this with that mistaken belief, the only change will be in the status of the item on your credit reports. It'll go from an unpaid collection and be changed to a paid collection. This is still a negative credit report item, and FICO says, and we quote, "The fact that you have collections listed on your credit report will almost certainly lower your FICO score," end quote. The Experian Credit Bureau says, and we quote, "Paying the debt won't necessarily help your credit scores. Accounts that get to the collection stage are about as negative as it gets. Only bankruptcy is worse. As a result, any improvement, especially right away, probably will be very minor," end quote. Look, the key to repair your credit score is to remove this collection item from your credit report entirely, as if it never happened, and this is a realistic goal. For some, after first performing the necessary due diligence, they may choose to pay this collection debt. If this is the case, when done appropriately, this can be the first step in the item being ultimately removed from your credit report, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. As FICO also says, and we quote one more time here, "As far as your FICO score is concerned, two things are considered. Has a collection appeared on your credit report and when it was reported? So whether or not you pay your collections off is really a personal decision." And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now, the first step to dealing with debt collectors is to request debt validation. This is your right as a consumer granted by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. This is how we tell the debt collector to first prove it or ask for your original receipt if you prefer. It's best to make your debt validation request in writing and send it using certified mail. This will provide you with a trail of evidence of your communications should you need it. You see, debt collectors are required to respond to your validation request by furnishing you with the documents, evidence, and paperwork that proves this is your account. This paperwork should show all the pertinent account details and everything's legit. If they fail to validate your debt, then in compliance with the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you're no longer legally responsible for payment. Moreover, they're supposed to contact all three credit bureaus to have them remove this collection from your credit report. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. If they do validate your account, you'll receive the documents, paperwork, and evidence proving this is your account and everything's all on the level. Our next step is to review this paperwork in detail. We're looking for your last date of account activity because you're not legally responsible for repayment forever for most types of consumer debt. Generally, you're only legally responsible for about 7 years from your last date of account activity. This is according to state law called the Statute of Limitations, and the exact amount of time does vary from state to state, so for specifics, please check out your local legislation. Once the statute of limitations legal time window runs out and expires, then the debt is legally forgiven. as in your responsibility for payment has expired and the debt is no longer legally enforceable. This legal time window applies to the vast majority of types of consumer debt, including medical bills, utilities, financial services, telecom, charge-offs, retail, credit cards, and so many more. One of the only exceptions is federal student loans in default. Warning, yes, a warning. Debt collectors are notorious for re-aging consumer accounts, as this enables them to continue to attempt to collect payment despite the contract or debt no longer being legally enforceable. In other words, it's a bit of a rigged system. Now let's wrap this all together here. Look, it's not easy dealing with debt collectors or the credit bureaus. The truth is, they don't have your best interest at heart. This means you'll have to get tough, become knowledgeable, and fight for your credit score. You'll have to be an advocate for your credit score. And the good news is you do have help with many alphabet soup federal laws passed to protect you, the consumer. Not one of these laws is passed to protect the credit bureaus or the debt collectors. While it's not required and you can fix your credit yourself, we encourage our members to consider help with professional, legal, and legitimate credit repair companies. Because in 2017 alone, over 10 million items were removed from consumers' credit reports. One of the best services is Lexington Law. They've successfully helped their clients remove late payments, collections, charge-offs, medical bills, repossessions, student loans, and many more negative credit report items. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available for you over there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.